angry. It's okay.
I'm not angry. Except when you keep repeating, you're angry. And that shit's fucking annoying. Like a fucking gnat at a barbecue. Just bugging the fuck out of me.
Good. I want you to say, I'm angry. It's okay. I'll process my anger. I love myself. Woozah.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
And boom. Episode, I think it's 15. God damn it. I forgot the number. Horrible for me. I think it's episode 15. Call this fucking Raphael and the 10 Rings. You know why? Because I just saw that. I just came from watching that Shang-Chi and the 10 Rings. And man, was that a good fucking movie. And oh shit, I forgot to turn on the lighting, so it's going to look dim. Fuck me. This right here. And there it is. Now y'all can see the bright, fucking shiny bald head of mine. Anyway, so yeah, just came out from doing that movie. Very crouching tiger, hidden dragonish. I loved it. And you know, I love the martial arts, so boom, I loved it. So I came back and I was like, for some reason, this is how weird I am. So I came back from watching that movie, and the first thing I wanted to do when I got home, I was like, I want to do a fashion show. I was like, man, I want to do a fashion show. I want to record it and post it today. So that's the energy I'm feeling right now. It's 5:30 right now. Will I do it? Let's see. I want to, but I got to convince one of my daughters to do it with me. I want one of my daughters to do it with me, but they're at that stage where they're like, you know, Daddy, you're embarrassing. That's gonna embarrass me. You're embarrassing me in front of my friends. And I'm like, ugh. What the fuck? What happened? The overnight change. Before they used to encourage me. Like I used to do these crazy videos, and they're like, yeah, I want to be in it. Let's do it. Now they're just like, that's gonna be embarrassing, and my friends are watching, and I'm like, okay, yeah, your friends don't follow me. Let me tell you something. And if your friends follow me, that's weird. But yeah, so I'm gonna see if my daughter would want to do it. If not, then it's gonna be solo, and I'm gonna be glum. But yeah, I'd rather them do it with me because I want to do a fucking fashion show, and that's weird. I know it's weird. Everybody's like, why the fuck would he want to do a fashion show? I just want to, you know? And that's the mind of the crazy mind of me. You know, I want to do a fashion show, and I want to do some kung fu too. Because I just saw fucking Shang-Chi, and there was all this martial arts, and I'm just like, fuck. I'm ready to bust out the fists and do all the fucking Tai Chi, energy balls. I'm ready to do all that shit. Matter of fact, you know, when I was coming back, everybody keeps talking about this goddamn vaccination and mask mandate and vaccination. I'm like, I'm tired of all that shit. I really am. That's the whole news. Vaccination, mask, vaccinate. I'm done with the mask. I told y'all like 4 episodes ago, I'm done with that mask shit. I just want to go to Biden. I want to sit by him and just do a fucking die. That's a 3-piece. You know what I'm saying? Die. And see that No, motherfucker, I don't want to wear this mask. You know? And then I'm about to lose a lot of people because you talk politics on here, you lose friends. But anyway, that's how I feel. Fuck that mask thing. I'm not going to talk about that on here. Fuck him. Because I have that kung fu energy. I just want to fucking practice kung fu on here. That's what I want to do. I just should have recorded this whole fucking podcast just doing fucking you know, shit like that. That's what I want to do. But anyways. So, saw that movie. You guys should go watch it. Not going to spoil it. Had a lot of good, like, little, like, you know, what's going to happen next type things. So, I was digging that. And then, you know, and I was thinking, what else to say on here? Because, you know, I got some different things from different folks. You know, somebody was like, they're like, you should talk more about you. I thought that's what I was doing, like, all these fucking episodes. They're like, we don't know nothing about you. I was like, really? I was like, for even the people who don't know me, like if people, I know there's at least 2 people who are following me who don't know shit about me. So they were like, you know, you should talk more about you. Like, what if the people don't know you? I was like, all right, cool. But I think the majority of people who follow and listen to this shit, they know me. So, but yeah, I was like, I don't know what to say. What the fuck you want me to say? Want me to go to my childhood? I think I did that already. the hating my name and all that stuff. But only thing I could think of was talk about shit that like used to scare me back in the day, right? So I told you a lot of episodes back that I lived in the hood, whatever equivalent, I said Newark, and that was equivalent to in Georgia, the College Park, the East Point, wherever the fucking dangerous neighborhoods are in Georgia, that was Newark. So anyway, growing up in Newark, right, when I used to catch the bus, there's always this guy in Newark. He was he's very famous, right, and not famous at all. But he's very famous in Newark because he's the only person in Newark that I could go to anybody who was in Newark and I could say, albino with dreads. He was an albino guy with dreads, and I was trying to find a picture of him so I could post him, but I'm going to post a picture of someone that looked like him, right? There's a video out there of him getting beat up on the bus, but I don't want to play that shit on here. I found that fucked up because the guy's probably like 70 now or some shit. But anyway, but this dude, it used to be this albino dude with blonde dreads. He used to run all through Newark, right? And like he did his exercise. He was running, and he always had this crazy face when he was running, and you could never see his eyes. He always had sunglasses on. But I remember catching the bus and sometimes seeing him. I mean, he used to take his little breaks. He can't run all fucking day, but he ran a lot. So I remember like one day I was standing by the bus and he was catching the same bus I was catching. And I remember standing by him, fucking scared as shit. Like, because he never spoke and he always made crazy faces. And it was, and it's like, I never saw an albino dude, and especially I never saw an albino dude with dreads that are blonde. So it was kind of like, it was very often he wore like weird shit. Like he didn't wear regular clothes. It was like dashikis with like pendants and fucking spikes, and it was like a character, right? So I was like, this guy used to scare me because there was a movie called End of Days with Arnold Schwarzenegger and I don't know, some other famous fucking people. I mean, the movie was awful, but in the movie there was an albino guy in that movie, right? And he played like the devil's helper, right? So I used to see that movie, and I saw that albino dude with dreads, so I was like, hey, this albino dude in this movie was the devil's helper. I used to think that guy was the devil's helper. So I used to be terrified of this man. And I was like, you know what? If I could just hear him talk, I bet I won't be as scared when I was younger. This is when I was younger. I was like, I bet I won't be as scared because you know how sometimes there'd be like these dudes that be looking super intimidating and shit? They'd be having all these fucking muscles. They'd be muscled the fuck up, and then they have that, I'm going to fuck you up face. But when they talk, they got like that sensitive voice, so you're like, oh. Like, oh, I'm not scared of this dude. You know what I'm saying? It'd be like some big Bobby Lashley looking motherfucker. I'm gonna post a picture of Bobby Lashley if you don't know. Just picture a big fucking buff dude, mad muscles, and then he just like, hi, my name's Ryan, or some shit like that. He got that Mike Tyson voice, and you're like, oh. And then it takes the intimidation. I'm like, yeah, he has muscles and everything, but then you hear that like sensitive ass voice, you're like, oh, okay, I'm not as scared as I would have been. But yeah, I thought that if I just heard that albino dude's voice, I was like, maybe I wouldn't be scared of him. Not unless when he spoke, he was like, if he opened his mouth and it was like, and I'm like, okay, I would shit myself. But besides that, I'm like, all right, no, I'm not. So never got to hear him talk. But I always thought about him because he's very famous. I just actually, before I went on here, I was texting my friends. I was like, if I say albino dread, do you know who I'm talking about? And everybody does. And if you Google it, albino dread, Newark, there's people have like their little comments on Twitter. They're like, everybody knows this guy. He runs all through Newark. So, yeah, that was the guy who used to, creep me the fuck out because I thought he was like Satan's friend or some shit. And yeah, you want to know a little bit more about me? There you go. I was scared of that dude, so not scared anymore. But yeah, that was a childhood fear. That dude, the albino man. But anyways, moving on. What am I talking? Ooh, because coming off Shang-Chi, I want to talk about Money Heist. If you guys haven't seen that show, man, I'm on this is the final season, part 1. The second part comes out in December. But man, I'm not going to spoil the last part. But shit, if you haven't seen the first part, I'm going to spoil the first part because I'm not really. Because I'm just saying, it's a good fucking show. Normally I don't like shows where it's like the show's filmed in another language, right? But then they put the English voices over it, so like the lips and word movement is off, you know. So, but I'm used to that because I used to like kung fu movies, so I'm used to that shit, like words and being off and shit, and subtitles being off, whatever. So, I don't like shows like that, but this show, when I started watching it, I just fell in love with it. I mean, the plot is dope. The head guy, who called him the professor, he's dope. And then, like, the characters in there are really good. Like, I mean, everybody's like, you got some dime pieces in there. I mean, guys and girls. The guys are some dime pieces, and the girls are some dime pieces. So, it's a real good show. If you haven't seen it, like I said, I'm not going to spoil it, but I got favorites on there. You know, one of my favorites died, and it's sad. But yeah, it's a really good show. And yeah, I won't spoil it for you, but I'm going to tell you, watch that goddamn show. It's so good. Money Heist, and who's my character? God damn it. Oh, I'm such a fan. I don't fucking know the names. Tokyo's one of my favorites. Besides the Professor, because Professor's just, he's fantastic. You know, he has everything in his head. It all goes to plan and all that shit, but it's awesome. Definitely got to watch that. But anyway, if I could add one more thing, I was like, let me put two things in here for the people who don't know me. And another thing a lot of people don't know, I used to have like a photographic memory, and I never knew what that. And I heard about it before, and I had to read it because I swear I had this, and I did. I don't have it anymore because now I'm losing. I can't remember shit. But then it was always like how I got past school. Let me tell you how I got past school. So high school, right? I did so good. I think I spoke about this shit anyway, because I'm gonna do that high school episode. But I'm waiting for one of my high school friends to get on this motherfucker. And I think that won't happen until like December or some shit. But yeah, I need one of my high school friends in here so they can verify all my shit. Anyway, when I was in high school, I did so, the junior and senior year, I cut so much that thank God I did good freshman and sophomore year. Might have said this already. But anyway, so I got like 4.0 and then like a 3.8. Freshman year, I got like 4.0 and like sophomore like 3.8, 3.7, whatever. So, but yeah. So I used to have photographic memory. So right before I never studied. I barely did homework, right? Because I was just lazy with it. But I remember like I was able to just look at a book and remember everything, like words that were on there. Look at my notes, remember everything. And then when it came time to test, I did good with tests, right? But I just didn't do all the shit leading up to tests. I never participated in class. Like I was like I was half shy and half I didn't want to get shit wrong. You know how some people could just raise their hand like, the answer is 9. They're like, no. Like for me, if I would have been like, the answer is 9, and they said no for me, I'd be like, oh man, I'm never raising my hand again because I don't know shit. So I used to have that mentality, right? So, and I used to do it all the time. I always try to break it, so I'll go to answer something, and they're like, I remember there was this one teacher, the English teacher. His name was Mr. Onion. Mr. Onion. Anyways, he did a lot of Shakespeare, like all this shit, Macbeth or whatever. We had to read it, and then we had to read the lines and then say what they mean. So he gave me a paragraph to do, and I got every line wrong. He was like, I had to read one line, and he was like, so what does that mean? That line that you just read. And I used to say, oh, he means he wants to go, out with this girl. He went, no, that's wrong. He was searching for something. Didn't you get that, right? And then he did that with every line. I got it right. I would say it, get it wrong, and then he'll correct me in front of everybody. And then from there, I was just like, I'm not participating ever again. You know what I'm saying? Because every time I say something, it sounds wrong. So I was like, I'm not participating. So I used to be that dude. Didn't participate anywhere. I don't even know where I was fucking going with this story. Where the fuck was I going with this story? Anyway, yeah. So the photographic memory. So, yeah, I did bad with everything else. But when it came time to test, got A's and A's and A's and A's because I used to just look at the notes like 5 minutes before the test. look at the book, and for some reason, every word stood in my head. Like I remember the layout of the book. I remember, oh, this answer was on page 6 on the upper left. Anyway, the reason I'm saying that because there used to be a show called Psych, right? And in Psych, I love that show, by the way. I still, whatever they come out with, I don't care how cheesy it is. It could be cheesy. They come out with Psych the movie 2. I will watch every single one of them. I don't care how cheesy it gets. I love that show. So, and I support those two. It's Dule Hill and James Roday. I love those two together. They were awesome. But anyway, there was a show called Psych, and in the show, the father, like the main character's father, used to train him as a kid, like when he would walk in somewhere to make sure he knew like everything that was happening. Like, remember when you walked in, how many people were wearing red hats, how many people were sitting on the left, how many people on the right, who's a threat, who's not a threat, right? And I used to be like that. I remember I was telling wifey, when we first started watching that, and she was like, "That's kind of like how you are, right?" I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "That's exactly," because I used to tell her, like, for some reason when I go into places, I used to look at everybody. I used to look at where the exits were everywhere. I used to look at people like, if me and this person got in a fight, I can handle him. If me and this person get in a fight, I'm getting my ass kicked for the night. Like, I was able to look around and be like, oh, this person's drunk. So if he starts shit with me, if I hit him here, and I used to do crazy shit like that. If there's a fire, we could go out through here. It's quicker through here. And it was insane to the point where, like, I wasn't present in the date sometimes. Like, it took me a while to get present in the date because I had all that in my head. And the only reason I'm saying all this bullshit is because I can't remember a goddamn thing now because I think it finally wore off. The photographic memory is gone, and now my fucking brain, I can't remember shit anymore. But yeah, it was just weird how I used to be like that. Like, I'm not like that now, but it was insane. I mean, wherever we went, even when we were driving, I was like, if the flat goes out on my left front, I'm going to turn this way, so if we crash into something, I get hurt and she doesn't get hurt. It was insane. Like, and that was like part of me always being stressed. It was probably why I fucking probably started losing my hair early and shit. I started losing my hair like 19, 20, but I was like, I don't know why I was like that, but it's very weird. And if you guys didn't know I was like that, that's how I was. I don't think I'm like that anymore. I mean, sometimes I do. I always have this thing where I have to look at where every exit is, and I always kind of look for, like, just in case shit pops off, what to do. I don't know why, and probably a good thing. Maybe I was a fucking superhero back in the day. I don't know. It's probably a good thing because there's so much crazy shit happening these days. It's probably a good thing that I'm like that, but I'm not as crazy, and maybe I need to get back to that level. But yeah, if you haven't seen that, go watch Psych. It's old as shit, but you'll laugh. It's still like, it'll still have parts that'll make you laugh. Some episodes are cheesy, sure. I mean, which show isn't, but there's a lot of stuff that'll make you laugh on there. But anyway, what was I talking about? Had some notes, because your boy don't remember shit. There was this one that, it was also a few episodes back where I was like, why the fuck did I put car washes on here? And I was like, oh, this is why. Because every time I go to a car wash here, right? This is good. This is a random episode. This is the random episode. There's no fucking point to this episode. But anyway, it's random. So, every time I go to a car wash, I used to love going to a car wash in New Jersey, right? Always got my car washed Friday or Saturday, right? So it's just, every week got my car washed, right? Let me tell you why. In Jersey, it was so fucking fat. And they do everything in Jersey. You know what? Fuck Georgia right now. You know why? Because in Georgia, there's these self-serve. Like, you go through this car wash, or it's a lot of self-serve shit. Or they make you wash it yourself, and then you got to vacuum the inside yourself. Or there's a machine that it cleans the outside, but then you got to clean the inside yourself. And I'm like, fuck that. And it's like for $40, $30. And I'm like, for like $25 in New Jersey, they clean the fucking whole car for you, the outside and the inside and the crevices, and you pay like $25, and they get everything, right? And you're in and out that motherfucker so fast. It's like a pit stop, right? They'll have like 6 people in your car. Even if your car is small and 6 people can't even fit in it, they'll find a way to get. They'll have like 3 people working the back area and like 4 in the front, and 2 on the sides, and like it was like a NASCAR pit stop. You go in, out, right? In Georgia, like I only found a couple spots that they clean the inside for you, and man, does it take fucking eternity. Every time I go to a car wash in Georgia, especially the ones where they clean the inside, I'm just like, I need 2 hours just to waste because I'm gonna be in this mother for 2 hours. And there's one time I was second in line, and it still took like 2 hours. And I'm not getting it detailed. All they have to do is vacuum the inside, armor all the inside, and that's it. Clean the glass and shit. You would think I'm getting shampooed, detailed, like they're undoing my car seats, they're undoing the screws. You would think that as long as it takes, you would think that. You'd be like, what the fuck are they doing, right? So I remember I was just getting pissed, and I was like, oh, I gotta talk about this because maybe somebody knows a good spot in Georgia for me to go, but it makes me not want to wash my car. Like, I went like a month and a half without washing my car because I'm like, I don't want to wait 2 fucking hours, right? Even the spot by me, I found a spot by me. They clean the inside, but I'm just like, it's one of those things I have to tell, like, can somebody just drop me off? And I'm going to drop off my car. Let me know when this shit is clean, and then I'll leave. You know what I'm saying? Because it's insane. They need to bring that Jersey hustle up here. Like, these motherfuckers think you have all day. I'm like, motherfucker, what if there was like 20 cars? I was like the second car in line. If there's 20 cars, you got, just prepare to be there. Camp out there, because that's how long it's going to take. It's like, hey, be longer. What the fuck? I hate it. I hate that shit. Like right now, my car is dirty. I don't give a shit. I mean, I got it cleaned last week, but it's getting there. Just getting dirty, and I probably won't get it clean for another 2 months because I'm like, I don't have that time to waste. I was like, for them 2 hours, I could have been doing shit. You know what I'm saying? I could have been shooting episodes or doing some type of shit, doing my damn modeling fashion show that I want to do. You know what sparked this whole fashion show thing, by the way? There's this comedian, Andrew Schultz. He every time he drops clothing line, he uses a song called Fashion. And I could never find it. And it's actually, you can't download it. It's only on YouTube. And for some reason, I like that song, and I was playing that song in my head, and I was like, oh, now I want to do a fashion show. So fashion show it is. I got to find some clothes, And please, daughter, please do it. But yeah. What else? What else has been popping? I don't know. No. Been in better spirits, I guess. It hasn't been as... sometimes I go through the week where I'm just like bummed the fuck out because I'm like, I told you guys, what was it, last episode? 2 episodes ago? I told you guys, I'm like, I feel like I got to be doing more with my life. There's got to be some more. I can't be doing the same shit. Can't be, like the Matrix. Matrix coming out, a new one. There's all this talk about what happened to Morpheus or whatever the shit. There's this new guy who's supposed to be Morpheus. I don't care. I just want to see the movie. Explain all that shit afterwards, but I just want to see the movie. But anyway, yeah, I was like, every day's feeling like the Matrix here. And I was like, I need something different. But yeah, I've been feeling bummed out. But for some reason, I'm like, in good spirits now. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I shot a gazillion things that I haven't posted yet. And maybe that's why. But I don't know. It's been interesting. But yeah, I got to see what else I want to do with, 'cause definitely just don't want to be doing a podcast, Podcast was just a hobby thing. I want to do fun shit now, Because I don't want this ever feeling like work. Like I got to put it up, throw it out. I don't want nothing to feel like work. So I got to see what else I'm going to do. If you guys got any suggestions. A lot of people who give me suggestions, like to do skits, they're stuff that somebody else is doing, which I appreciate, but it's like, it's kind of hard. Because there's this one, several people tag me on. There's this guy, he plays the guitar, and like he bothers his wife, and like he always says like funny songs or crazy songs, and everybody's like, you should do this, and I'm like, but that's his. You know what I'm saying? I got some original stuff coming too. I got some crazy stuff. I got a superhero thing coming, but it's my equipment. God damn it! I need another GoPro. When I first got a GoPro, it was like the GoPro 3. It's on GoPro 9 right now. So I got to upgrade. They used to have a program where they just take your old one and they, give you the newer version. But the COVID stopped that. Thanks, COVID. But yeah, I'm hoping they bring that program back so I could trade mine in. But I need a lot of aerial stuff. You guys will see why I'm talking aerial stuff later. And then I try to price out a drone, and God damn, is that expensive. I'm like, God, that's a Christmas present gift type thing. That's not like I just buy it tomorrow. They're fucking expensive. But then you also gotta learn how to fly it, and there's instructions on that. And then I see some people getting cut up with the blades, so I'm like, oh great. But yeah, there's a lot of aerial shit that I gotta do, and you guys will see why. But yeah, so what will come out, if you guys hear this, hopefully the fashion show came out already, and then the superhero shit should be coming out probably next week. Because I need time, people, goddammit. I need time. You know what kills my time? Traffic. Just this whole traffic shit kills my time. When I come home, I'm like, all this time's gone. And then I don't want to stand in front of this computer because I was in a computer for fucking 8 hours staring at it. You know what I'm saying? And it drives me absolutely bananas. Oh, speaking of the movies, right? When I was at the movies, I thought they were going to make you wear the mask in the fucking theater. And thank God they didn't, because I would have walked right out. Because I need to be able to, I need to make facial expressions that you can see. I like, being dramatic. When shit happens, I'm like, oh shit, ah, and with the mask, it just, like just all this bullshit. You just see my eyebrows go up and down. But yeah, I'm glad. So if you guys haven't been in movie theaters, you don't have to wear that mask shit. And what's up with Dolby, yo? Dolby? If you watch anything with Dolby Cinema, whatever that shit is, the price of the ticket is insane. I'm like, I haven't been to movie theaters in forever, but for just me and wifey, it was like almost $45 for 2 tickets. And I don't eat shit at the movies. I don't eat their popcorn, none of that shit. So I'm the dude that brings in my own shit. We actually snuck in fucking Chipotle. I was in there fucking crunching on some tortilla chips. I'm like, but I made sure to do it when there was like sound, you know what I'm saying? So nobody hear me. I want people being like, what the fuck is this guy eating, crunching over there? But yeah, we snuck in a whole damn 2 burritos, tortilla chips, big ass drinks and shit. So I'm like, we're that person. I'm not gonna go to a movie theater and have fucking this hot dog that they put on this rotating fucking silver thing for days and days, and if somebody doesn't eat it that day, they just put that same hot dog on there. You know what? And I don't understand people who eat at gas stations. If you eat at gas stations, fucking yuck. And I'm not scared to say that shit. If you eat at a gas station, you gotta cut that shit out. Like, what the fuck do you think? You think they make fresh? You think this is, a Michelin star restaurant? That corn dog that's been rotating there, that's probably been rotating the whole week, and you got it like on the, the 3rd week, and then you eat it, and they're like, and you wonder why it tastes funny. There's a lot of people who do like gas station food, and I don't understand why. I really don't. I mean, I even looked at it one day, because one day I saw a line. I'm like, is this shit good? Because I seen a big line, people waiting for get like, biscuits and egg sandwiches and shit. And then I go up and I look at the food, and the eggs look kind of like it has like a gray hue to it. It's like, hey, eggs is supposed to be yellow. Why are these fucking eggs yellow gray? It's kind of weird and suspect. But then people be eating that shit up. People be coming out of there eating them corn dogs and the hot dogs. I'm like, I don't know how y'all can do that. I just don't. I want you to talk to because I'm in like logistics, so we deal with truckers, and this trucker was talking about how there's one gas station by him, there's one QT by him, the food's amazing, and I'm just like, okay. So I would never take food recommendations from you. If he tells me a restaurant's good, I'm not gonna believe him. You eat fucking gas station hot dogs and corn dogs, yuck. Or some nasty ass sausage sandwich. Most disgusting shit ever. I don't know how y'all people do that. It's by a gas station. That's why I can't get down with Waffle Houses. Why all Waffle Houses are by gas stations? I don't understand that. If there's a Waffle House, there's a gas station right by it. Anybody ever notice that? I mean, do they put gasoline in the fucking waffles? Why is it always by a gas station? I need a Waffle House by itself, and by itself, not like there's some where like it's connected to the gas station, right? There's a lot that are connected to the gas station, and then there's the Waffle Houses. There'll be a gas station, and then there'll be like a space, and then there'll be the Waffle House. It's still, to me, that's like interlinked, even though it's not all together. I'm like, what the fuck? And people love Waffle House here. You can't. It's just like, chicken and biscuit. Everybody like chicken and biscuit here, and I told you a couple episodes back, I don't understand that shit either. Having a fried chicken for fucking breakfast, I can't get into it. But yeah, the Waffle House. Every Waffle House I went in, when you walk in, this is the first thing you hear. Whoosh, 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 whoosh. It's like, do you mop the floors with syrup? Like, what the fuck is going on? Why every time I walk any Waffle House I go into, first step, whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Like you're walking through a fly trap or something, or a mouse trap, just gluey shit, and whoosh, whoosh. And then you sit at the table, and you gotta peel the menu off the fucking... The menu is always so sticky that you gotta peel it off the fucking thing. It's like, whoosh. And then you're holding the menu, it's sticky as fuck. And you're looking at the menu, and it's not much on there. And then there's like, do you want it smothered? Do you want it covered? You want it lathered? Whatever the fuck. It's the third one, like smothered, covered, lathered, filth. I don't know. But it's not like somebody was like, oh, the steak and egg there are good. And I'm like, I saw somebody get the steak. The steak looked gray. And that's not good. If your steak looks gray, it's not good. Anyway, I'm not... This is so fucked up because I know somebody who works at the Waffle House and she's going to punch me right in the fucking chin. But anyway, I'm not talking about you. I'm just talking about Waffle Houses in general. I can't get down with them, man. I just can't. That's why I'm an IHOP dude. IHOP for life. I don't get that same shit. I don't, walk in and got to peel my sneaker off the floor. But the Waffle House, always super sticky. Always whoosh, 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 whoosh. The food, the waffle. I think the waffle's the only good thing. Right? And you know why it's good? It tastes like there's a pound of sugar in there. That's why. And let me tell you something. I can't stand people like, oh, this is good. If it has sugar in it, of course it's good. You eat sugar by itself, it's fucking good. Right? So if you put sugar on almost anything, it's good. Put broccoli in sugar, fucking broccoli is going to be delicious, isn't it? Because it has sugar on it. So if it has sugar in it, sure. The Waffle House thing, that waffle must have 3 pounds of sugar in it. Of course it's good. Everybody's like, oh, their waffles are really good. Of course. It doesn't need syrup. And then you pour the syrup. Apparently the motherfuckers in there, they pour the syrup on the waffle and they pour it on the floor too. It's like one for the waffle, one for the floor. One for the waffle, one for the floor. One for the eggs, one for the fucking floor. This sticky as shit. Can't get down with that. And I never got down with Waffle House, and I never got down with Denny's. Denny's is the same fucking thing, but it's just... I think it's run by, like, racist white folk or some shit. At least in New Jersey it was. The one I went in, it was known for being, like, some racist motherfuckers. But anyway, same thing. When you gotta peel the menu off the fucking table, get out of there, huh? I'd rather fucking cook at home. Like, you know what? I'd rather buy a fucking Belgian waffle maker. Damn, took me forever to say that. And I had fucking 2 minutes left to end this, and yep, your boy had to fuck up. But anyway, I'd rather buy the Belgian waffle maker that costs $300 and make my own goddamn waffles than to be in that motherfucker waiting and go, kush, kush. You can't even have a conversation. You can't even hold anything. Like I feel like if I go to Waffle House, I gotta bring my own utensils. I gotta bring in clothes that I throw away later, shoes that I don't mind fucking up. For real, man. I've been to Waffle House twice. One, because when I first visited Georgia, my mom made me go because she was already living down here, and she was like, "Oh, you gotta try the Waffle House. This is a big staple out here." And I was like, "All right, fine." Went, boom, tried it, didn't like it. And second time I was like, you know what? Let me give it another chance. And nope, didn't like it. And I think I tried it a third time with some friends, and I was like, yeah, I didn't like it because I tried that steak and eggs, and the steak was great. I was like, nope, not for me. Nope, not for me. You know what else is not for me? I know I'm gonna get some shit from Georgians, but hey, the Varsity, that place sucks. I know that's supposed to be a staple down here. Hey, Varsity sucks. Remember, I was sitting in that fucking desk because they got like student chairs. I was sitting in the desk, and they were like, here's some hot dogs and shit. It's so basic. So basic. I could make that shit. I could make that shit at home, and not have to sit in the desk, you know, because that's their seats. You sit in a school desk. You eat that shit. I remember a trucker took me there. He was like, "Yeah, you got to try it." And he was like, "What do you think?" I was like, "It's, you know, I guess. I mean, I don't like it." Of course, I didn't shit on it because it was a free meal. The trucker bought it for me, but I'm not gonna shit on him. Like he's like, "Hey, you gotta pay for it now because you're shitting on this place." But hey, Varsity, that place sucks too. I'm sorry to say that, guys. It sucks. It sucks. But it's all right because you guys got chicken on lock. Your Chick-fil-A is on lock. You know. I bet you the Chick-fil-A up north tastes like shit. I bet you ain't the same like down here. You guys got chicken on lock, and I will give you that. Chicken on lock. Hey, by the way, you know what you don't have on lock? Pizza. You don't have pizza on lock. If you think there's good pizza in Georgia, you're wrong. Because as soon as you go up north and you have a slice from either New Jersey or New York, especially New York, you're going to be like, oh, what the fuck am I eating in Georgia? Like I said, I would give you the fried chicken. You guys got that on lock down here, all the chicken spots. You know, biscuits, all that. You know, all the southern shit. You guys got that on lock. I'm telling you, pizza. Go bring your ass up north, and you're gonna be like, oh, I never really tried pizza before because whatever the fuck that this shit is down here, it ain't pizza. It's just dough. It's weird dough too. Sometimes it's like chewy and shit. But yeah, if you know any good spots for pizza, and don't say Oz. You know, people say like, oh, this is the closest thing to Jersey. I'm like, but it's not. It's not. You know, kind of lived there for like, I don't know, 20-something years. So yeah, it's not. Trust me. But anyway, enough shitting on food from down south. But I swear you, I got everything else good. I swear to you on that. Anyways, that's it, guys. I went way over time. Guess I was feeling it today, which is a good thing. 37 minutes. It's too much. I was doing like, if you don't post things on YouTube, and you don't know about this, but like, so YouTube, and all the places where my podcast plays, like where you just listen, it tells me like analytics, and it tells me, you know, how much, you know, people listen to me, like the length, and like it actually tells you where like people start dying off or like quitting or like just stop. And I think that's fucking cool. But anyway, it's like you guys can stomach me for 25 minutes and I get it. I always see like 25 minutes. That's why I always say I want to keep the shit at 30 minutes. But like any episodes that I did longer, yeah, you guys have to take a break after 25 minutes of hearing from me, and that's I find that shit fucking hilarious. I get those analytics sent to me, and they're like, yeah, about 15 to 25 minutes, they need to start taking a break from you. And then they come back to you later, or they don't come back to you at all, so that makes me laugh. But anyway, I promise I'll keep to the fucking analytics next time. But this one is definitely going to be 40 minutes because I got to close out. But anyway, thank you as always. Like, subscribe, give me some suggestions. If you see what you want me to talk about some stuff on here, that school episode, like I said, I'm waiting for some friends of mine, any one of them, to come down here. We could do it. I actually got the guest mic. Got the guest mic right now, so yeah, so suggestions, anything. Support my shit. I'm be dropping a lot of crazy shit. Hopefully the fashion show will be dropped today. I'm hoping so today. I got the energy. It's 6 o'clock. I got the energy. I'll do it. But yeah, like, subscribe, and rate, review. You don't have to even review. Just rate. Hit the 5 stars or some shit. helps a brother out, get a sponsor. Fucking, hopefully it's Blue Chew. Yeah. Anyway, as always, I will see you on the next one. Later.
Oh, don't be angry.
I'm not angry. I think it's funny.